obviously this whole room is in honor of F. Scott Fitzgerald, but there are elements from the movie as well, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, so we had a collaboration with the Plaza because the penultimate sort of confrontation scene between Gatsby and Tom, who is Daisy's husband. I mean, not Tom and Daisy, Gatsby and Daisy have been having an affair, take place in a room at the Plaza. So we created a set of that in Sydney, and the Plaza were incredibly helpful opening their archives to us. And then later, they asked me about possibly doing a room themed around Gatsby or Fitzgerald, and finding a way of bringing the movie and the Fitzgeralds together. And one of the things that you need to remember about our movie is if we were to replicate the suite exactly as we portray it in our movie, you would end up with a room in which people have a terrible fight. So I don't know if that's
dark and ominous.
Yes, exactly. And then if you were to go to how the suite would have looked like when Scott and Zelda lived here in 1923, it looked rather like the rooms do today. So what we tried to do was to channel kind of the idea. It was like, what is my fantasy of a room that I could imagine Scott and Zelda holed up in, with him in his writing nook, frenziedly writing in one of his notebooks the beginnings of a novel, of them both drinking a gin Ricky here. And so this is a kind of a fantasy that, of that, combined with some elements that come from the film that have a genuineness about it. There are artist proofs done of the actors by Douglas Kirkland. There is the entire collected works of F. Scott Fitzgerald in the room. The most revered critical evaluations and essays on his work, biographies, and many coffee table books, and supporting material that kind of allows you into the world of the 20s. We also had a great partnership with Restoration Hardware, who are very interesting because they look to the past but bring things into the future, and they had a beautiful 20s-inspired number of furniture and lighting items that we were able to use in the suite.